You send a message, you see they read it. Minutes turn into hours, hours turn into days, and still no reply. Most people assume this is rude, careless, or a sign of disinterest. But psychology tells a completely different story. The truth behind late replies reveals something much deeper about personality, mental processing, and emotional intelligence that most people completely miss. Let us decode the real psychology behind people who take forever to respond to your messages and discover what science actually says about this behavior. 1. They are deep processors. Research in cognitive psychology shows that some individuals process information more deeply than others do. When they receive a message, they do not just read it quickly and move on. They analyze it very carefully. They think about the context, the tone, the underlying meaning, and the best possible response they can give. This is linked to a personality trait psychologists call reflective thinking. These people need adequate time to formulate a response that feels authentic and meaningful to them. Rushing feels uncomfortable and unnatural to their mind. They would rather delay than send something shallow or incomplete that does not represent their true thoughts and feelings about the matter. 2. They experience decision fatigue. Psychologists at Columbia University discovered that making decisions throughout the day depletes mental energy significantly over time. For some people, even responding to a simple text message requires making a decision. What exactly should they say? How should they phrase their response appropriately? When decision fatigue sets in during the day, responding to messages becomes overwhelming and mentally exhausting for them. They postpone replies not because they do not care about you, but because their brain is actively protecting itself from cognitive overload. It is actually a survival mechanism built into human psychology, not a character flaw or sign of disrespect toward you personally. 3. They might be anxious, not avoidant. Surprisingly, many late repliers struggle with social anxiety disorder in their daily lives. Responding to messages creates significant internal pressure for them every single time. They worry constantly about saying the wrong thing, being misunderstood, or not meeting the expectations of others around them. Psychologists call this common phenomenon evaluation apprehension. The intense fear of being judged harshly by others makes them delay responses until they feel fully mentally prepared and confident enough to reply. What looks like carelessness or rudeness is actually intense overthinking, carefully disguised beneath the surface of their silence. 4. They have a different time perception. Studies in chronobiology reveal that people perceive time very differently based on their unique neurology and brain chemistry. What feels like 10 minutes to you might genuinely feel like just 2 minutes to them. This is certainly not intentional rudeness or disrespect toward you. Their internal clock simply operates on a completely different rhythm than yours does naturally each day.
5. They prioritize deep work over constant connectivity throughout the day. High performers often practice what psychologist Cal Newport calls deep work in their routines. This means engaging in periods of intense focus without any distractions whatsoever. Checking messages constantly breaks their concentration completely and reduces their productivity significantly. Late repliers often value quality of thought over speed of response in everything they do. They protect their attention like a valuable resource that cannot be wasted on trivial matters. This does not mean they value you less as a person. It simply means they value focused and meaningful work highly in their professional and personal lives. 6. They might be emotionally drained from daily life. Mental health research shows a very strong connection between emotional exhaustion and communication patterns in people. When someone is going through stress, depression, or burnout, even small everyday tasks feel completely impossible to accomplish. Replying to messages requires emotional energy that they simply do not have available at that particular moment. Their silence is definitely not rejection of you personally.
It is actually a sign they are struggling with something much deeper inside themselves. Understanding this truth can transform your quick judgment into compassion and patience toward them. 7. They value quality over quantity in communication. Some people absolutely refuse to send meaningless or empty responses to others around them. They wait patiently until they can give a thoughtful and meaningful reply. Psychologists link this particular behavior to conscientiousness, a personality trait strongly associated with care and deliberation in actions. They would rather respond late with real substance than respond quickly with empty, hollow words that mean nothing. Their delayed message often carries much more weight and sincerity than an instant reply ever could. 8. They maintain healthy boundaries in their lives. Modern psychology emphasizes the critical importance of boundaries for mental health and overall well-being. Constantly being available to everyone around you damages personal well-being significantly over time. Late repliers often understand this truth instinctively and naturally from experience. They do not let incoming messages control their daily schedule or inner peace of mind.
This is not selfishness at all. It is actually self-preservation and true wisdom in action. So next time someone takes hours or even days to respond to your message, pause before assuming the worst about them. Psychology clearly reveals that late replies rarely mean what we initially think they mean. Behind that delayed response might be a deep thinker, an anxious soul, a highly focused mind, or someone simply trying to protect their precious energy. Their silence is not always rejection of you. Sometimes it is simply deep reflection. If this changed how you see late repliers, imagine what else psychology can reveal about human behavior. Subscribe now, because on this channel, we do not just read messages, we decode minds.